Hey, we're Bailif, and you are watching Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct, and I am here with Bailif. How you guys doing?
Good.
If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Ren Matthew.
I'm Owen O'Malley.
Josh Siegel.
All right. Now, guys, what's the story? How did you guys all meet? How did Bailif begin?
It started with me and Ren. We met through a Craigslist ad. And then we played together for a couple years with a rotating cast of bass players. And then Owen joined the band in 2012, right at the beginning. And I think he found us through the guy that recorded our first EP.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you guys, congratulations. This is your second album release show. Tell us about the new album and how was the recording process with it?
Yeah, sure. So this album kind of started with Josh and Ren had already had some ideas started before I joined, and then we all kind of started writing them together when I joined. And we had a interesting songwriting process where we hired. We had two producers working on the album, but they actually were never in the studio with us. They worked with us for like the year leading up to being in the studio. So we did kind of a lot of demoing songs at home before we brought them to the studio. And we did a Kickstarter campaign for this album to pay for the production, all the tracking and the mixing and the mastering and reproduction and stuff. And that was an amazing experience in and of itself.
Growing up, Chicago has such a great music scene, so many good, local bands coming out. Do you guys, now that you guys are, really kind of hitting it, now with your second album coming out, do you guys, being a local band from Chicago, do you guys prefer being on like a label, or do you guys like being independent? What's like your goal, I should say, for the future?
I mean, I think we've been trying to figure that out. I think if we found the right label, we would certainly love to be a part of that family, but we're not letting that stop us from writing music and releasing it and recording it. So, I'd say that finding the right kind of label would be something that we are interested in. So far, we haven't really stumbled upon one, so we figured we would keep it within the band and record and write and release music.
Yeah. I mean, you guys played with Dinosaur Jr. and is there any other bands that you guys really want to play with or go on tour with for the future that you guys would really be?
I'll name one. We'll go on the line.
Okay.
I really like Dr. Dog, and I feel like we have a similar audience.
Okay. Nice.
I've been listening to the new St. Vincent record like all day, and I would like to tour with St. Vincent.
I would tour with, I'll name two, Buchan Gaze, a little bit more experimental, and Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Nice. Awesome. I mean, now that everything is, you download, albums, music, times are changing, and what's your guys' opinion on, when people download your music compared to actually having the physical copy of the vinyl or the CD, what's your guys' opinion on that? For me, I love having the actual physical thing just because, it's like the book of the album or the band, I always find that really interesting. But what's your guys' thoughts on, music, how it's put out nowadays compared to how it was
definitely a personal thing. I love having vinyl, but I listen to music in my car all the time. So for me, it's like I do like the that I can have 100 albums in like something that big. So it's just kind of how it works into people's lives. Like the ultimate way to listen to an album is to sit down with a great stereo and the vinyl, and it's much more of an event, and you kind of clear out some time, and it's more interactive. You have to flip the record, but because you can make a good sounding album on your laptop, there's so much competition that really you got to have your music available every way, because you're just fighting to get it heard.
Exactly.
I have the same thoughts.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how like every record that I own on vinyl I actually owned in some other medium first. So I feel like I've like auditioned albums, and then when I'm like really want to put a ring on it, I buy that vinyl version.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's great to make mixes too, you know. But I like listening to the actual album, and some people are like, "Oh, I like that song." And I'm like, "Yeah, but did you listen to the album? The whole album's good, not just that one song."
Yeah, I do worry that gets lost, because I used to I'd buy a CD because I liked one song, and I would eventually get tired of that one song, and I'd check out another one, and slowly I would love the whole album.
Yeah.
And I don't know that people have to do that anymore, because you just like the one song you like the first time you hear it, and
Exactly.
there isn't much holding you in the chair to check out the other songs.
Exactly. Well, since you guys are from Chicago, all right, Cubs or Sox? Go.
Cubs.
Mets.
Oh.
God, I mean, the Cubs have brought me so much pain because I live right by the stadium. So I've like walked through so many Cubs fans' puddles of urine that I was always a basketball guy. I'm gonna go Bulls as my favorite baseball team.
These gray hairs, man. It's from the Cubs. I swear. It's always because growing up, I just you love baseball, but then when you get to like high school, college, like nope, you can either like the Sox or the Cubs. I just like baseball. I'll watch any baseball. But it's always
In terms of the stadiums, I like Wrigley Field.
Wrigley
better.
Field. Definitely, definitely. It's not as commercialized, I should say. And Wolf, final one last question. I ask every band this, but if you guys had to compare your band to a movie, what movie would it be and why?
I guess we'll go down the line again. I will compare us to. Why did I want to go first?
I was actually going to say that Owen should take it and just answer for us.
Oh man, no,
He's got the most movie knowledge.
I'll just say Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And
Nice.
Why?
No, because that's the first movie that came to my mind. There's no good reason.
I'm gonna go with Homeward Bound.
Yes.
And there's just
Kind
no
of sad.
well, you think it is. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And in our latest album, like right at the end, you think like, oh, it's gonna end on a sad note. But then the little dog that Michael J. Fox is the voice of comes out of that ditch, and he's back.
That was a much better answer.
All right, Homeward Bound. That's a good
I
one.
put you on the spot, though. Oh, do I have to answer?
Ren, go for it.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Because we're like these thunderous monsters.
It's kind of got some like special effects, but it's also just a classic hero's journey.
Yeah,
John Williams
absolutely.
is on the soundtrack.
Well,
I mean,
well said.
come on, there we go. Well, guys, thank you so much for doing this interview. And Bailif playing tonight. Go get their album and tune into Wheelers Weekend Jams live and direct. for tuning into Wheelers Weekend Jams live and direct. I want to thank Bailif for giving me the opportunity to do this interview with them. I had a really good time. Please check out Bailif at bailifmusic.com. Find them on Facebook and Twitter. And also just go check out their new album, Remise. You could also find me on Facebook and Twitter and listen to Wheelers Weekend Jams every Sunday night from 7 to 9 p.m. only on WindyCityUnderground.com.
Okay. Hey.